Hello students, how are you all? Hope you are safe at home. Student, today we will going to learn GK unit number 14 Science Sense. So what is science? So science is the specific and systematic knowledge, and science is the study of natural things, behavior and knowledge that we obtain about them. So now let's learn about science sense. Telescope. Here we can see a photograph of telescope. 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 So, a telescope is an optical instrument using lenses, curved mirrors, or combination of both to observe distant objects or various devices used to observe distant object by their emission, absorptions and reflection of magnetic of radiation. So telescope is used for look things in a sky, and a telescope is a tool that astronomers use to see four-way objects. Most telescopes and all large telescopes work by using curved mirrors to gather and focus light from the night sky. So telescope is using uh, something see in a sky. So telescope is a optical instrument using lenses, curved mirror, or combination of both to observe distance and various devices. So children's telescope is a tools or a instrument that is used to see in the sky. Okay, children, you all are understand about telescope. So now next, cereals. So here we can see a cereal. So here we can see a corn, rice and grains. So these all are grains. All grains are carols. So carols also called a grain and grass family of poaceae. So a seed suitable for a food, and most grains have a similar dietary properties. They are rich in carbohydrates but comparatively low in protein, and naturally deficiencies in uh, curriculum and vitamin A. So, grains are the basis of human food, and with the vast majority being used to directly with a minimal processing, they are also used as animal feed or production of other food. So, food or after major processing as a food ingredients or other products. So, grains, these all are grains. Rice and corn and grains, these all are grains. So, now next, climber. So here we can see a climber trees. So climber trees are used to support things. And here we can see a photograph of climber trees. So climber plants are with the tender stem and which grow with the help of external support. So climber plants have needs to external support. Climber plants need to external supports, and uh, climber plants is a tender and stem, and these plants produce the tiny or hook from their leaves to climb, and some plants produce a special roots that served as a hold fasties to climb around the certain object. So a climbing plant is a plant which climb up trees and other tall objects. So many climber plants are vines whose stem wrap around trees and branches, but there are other methods of climbing. Botanists divide climbing plants into two broad groups, Bionesis and Venesis. So, climber plants is with a tender stem which grow with the help of external support, and these plants produce a hook from their leaves to climb, and climber plants is climb up trees and other tall objects. So children, you all are understand about climber plants, and this is a photograph of climber plants. So climber plants needs to external support for growing. So now next a cloud. So here we can see a photograph of cloud. So clouds are created when the water, vapor and invisible gas and turn into a liquid water droplets, and these water droplets from the tiny particles like a dust, and that are floating in the air. So you hang up a wet towel, and when you come back it's a dry. So this is because the water droplets are very small, and like the water is a steam. Although we can't really touch cloud, you could walk through one. In fact, that's what fog is. So, a cloud that's formed close to the ground instead of a high in the sky. And we can't touch a fog, but we can move through it. So, clouds are created when the water, vapor, and invisible gas, and it turns into a liquid water droplets, and these water droplets from the on tiny particles like a dust, and that are floating in the air. So children, you all are understand about the clouds and how cloud is begin. So this is because water droplets are very small, and like water is a steam. Although we can't really touch cloud, you could walk through one. So children, you all are understand about clouds. So now next rocks. So here we can see a photograph of rocks. So we all know about rocks. Rocks are hard or very strong. So, rocks are composed of grains of minerals which are a homogeneous solid form for a chemical compound arranged in the ordinary manner. So, the aggregated minerals for forming the rock are held together by a chemical bonds, and the type of the abundance of minerals in a rock are determined by the manners in which it was formed. So the rock is made up of grain that feed together, and each grain the rock is made from a mineral which is a chemical compound, and the grains in the rock can be different cloud shapes and size. So rocks shapes and size are different and made up with grains and minerals, and that is grains in a rock can be different color shapes and size. So children, you all are understand about rocks, because rocks is natural things. So now next, what is this? It is a magnet. So here we can see a photograph of magnet, and mm, magnet attract the magnet attract the pin, iron pin. So magnet are all magnets are magnetic. So magnet attract other magnets, but they can also attract magnetic materials, and magnetic materials act like a magnet when they are put close to magnet. So non-magnetic metallic materials are non-magnetic materials. So magnetic materials is iron, steel, and nickel. So these all are attract to magnet, and some magnetic materials are magnetic but some are not magnetic. So magnetic materials is iron, steel, and nickel, and non-magnetic is brass, tin, copper, aluminium, gold, silver. So these all are a non-magnetic material. So magnet attract iron and iron pin, and also material or metallic things. So children, you all are understand about a magnet. So now next, about a thermos. So here we can see a photograph of thermos, and we all familiar with thermos. So a thermos is a bottle with a double walled container inside of it. So thermos is a bottle with a double walled container inside of it, and we can cold water or hot coffee is put in the thermos, and the air between the two walls is sucked out during the construction, so creating the vacuum instead of connecting some kind of heating elements to keep hot things hot. And a thermos is designed to keep hot things hot by not allowing heat to escape, and cold things are cold, and by not allowing something heat to accept, or cold accept. So vacuum fracs are usually made of a metal, borosilicate, glass, foam or plastic, and have their opening support with a cork or a polythene plastic. Vacuum flags are often used to an insulated shipping containers. So the thermos is the bottle with a double wall container, and inside a fit with the air between the two walls and shocked during the construction, creating a vacuum. So thermos, in we can something heat things. So it is a thermos, in we keep things hot and we keep things cold. So children, you all are understand about the thermos. So now air. So all living beings are needs to breathe in air, and air is we used air in breathing, and all living things are needs to breathe, and most living things need oxygen to survive, and the oxygen helps organism grow, reproduce and turn food into energy. Although other animals may use a different organs to breathe with, they all get oxygen into their bodies, and through the respiration, the breathing uses chemical and mechanical process to bring oxygen to the every cell of the body, and to get rid of carbon dioxide. So, our body needs oxygen or air to obtain energy to fuel all our living process. So, most living things needs to air to survive, or oxygen help organism grow, so reproduce the and turn food into energy. And although other animals may use different organs to breathe with, they all get oxygen into their bodies. So all living things need to breathe in air. So children's air is the most important things in our life. So now next you all are understand about air. So now next, what is this? So it is a fire. So here we can see a photograph of fire, and two stones are together and rub, and that produce fire. So fire strike or fire steel when hit by a hard glassy stone such as quartz, zephyr or flint clay, small hot. So the steel should be high carbon non although, and the 100, a type of rock most commonly used in a fire starting. In flint or any type of rock in the flint family, such as quartz, chat, uh, obsidian, ext or jasper, other stone also have been known to work. The main criterion is the rock has high scalia connected to be 100 than the steel. So fire is a two stone rubbed together, and that produce fire. So children, you all are understand how the fire produce two stone rubbed together, and that produce fire. So now next, water. So here we can see is uh, this ice is also water, and this fog or steam is also a water. So fog is also water and ice is also water. So water is the basic necessary for the fountaining of all life. Water is the basic necessary of all living beings and forms that exist on earth. It is safe to say that water is the reason behind earth begin the only plants to support life. Water is the reason to earth begin the only planets to support life. This universe solvent is one of the major resources we have on this planet, and it is impossible for life to function without water. And water is of the most important substance that we need for plants and animals without water. So we all need water. Also plants need water and animals need water. Without water, all organisms in the world would be die. And water is the necessary not only for drinking but also for our day to day life purposes like breathing, bathing, cooking, cleaning, washing, and so on. So, water is the most important things in our life, not only drinking, but bathing, cooking, cleaning, washing, and so on. Means water is the most important substance that are needs for plants and animals and without water we can't live. So here we can see ice is made up of water and also steam is also a water. So ice and steam both are water. So childrens, in today's lecture we learn about science but different topic. So this is a different topic is about telescope, about grains, about climbers, about clouds, rocks, magnet, thermos, air, fire, and water. So children, you all are understand? Very good. Hope you all are understand. So childrens, now we doing exercise on it. Unit number 14, Science Sense. Choose the correct answer from the words given below. So we doing fill in the blanks and you all are right with me. Number one, we use a blank to look at the star. So, what we use to look a star, here we can see a photograph of telescope. So, what we use to look the star? So, we use a telescope to look at the star. Telescope. So we use telescope to look at the star. Very good children. So now next, wheat, rice and corns are. So wheat, rice and corns are, so it is a grains or a carol. So wheat, rice and corns are a grains. So children, you all are understand? Now next and number 3, and you all are right with me. Okay. Now number 3, blanks are plants that need support to stay up. Which types of plants needs to support external support to growing? So it's a climber. So climber plants are needs to external supports to stay up or growing. Stay up to support a climber plants. Okay, very good. Now number 4, blanks are made of a tiny droplets of water. So, what is made up of tiny droplets of water? Here we can see a photograph of cloud. So, clouds are made up of tiny droplets of water. Very good, children. So, you all understand? So, now we are doing our next number 5. Blanks are made up of minerals. So, what is the made up of minerals? So, it's a rocks. So, rocks are made up of minerals and they are a different size and different color and different shapes. Okay, now number 6. A blank speaks of a thing such as an iron pin. So, what is a pickup things or attack thing? So, it is a magnet. Magnet. Magnet picks up things such as iron pins. Okay, now number 7. Water remains cold in. So, what is the things in the water remains cold? So, it is a thermos. In a thermos, water remains cold. Okay, now number 8. Living things need blanks to breathe. So all living things need to air to breathe. So all living things need to air to breathe. Okay, now number 9. Two stones can be rubbed to produce. Here we can see a photograph of two stones are rubbed. So two stone rubbed to produce fire. So fire is produced when we can rub the two stones. Okay, now number 10 and last. Ice and steams are made of. So ice and steam are made up of water. Okay, very good. So you all enjoy. Very good. Hope you all learn and enjoy this lecture. So students, I will see you next time, and also students, don't forget to wash your hand regularly, eat healthy food, stay home and stay safe. Thank you students.